self-sustainability, being your own boss, and being happy. These are the main reasons that one becomes an entrepreneur. These are the main reasons why I decided to become an entrepreneur. We are on episode 50 of looking at my life, my journey, through the doors of Mario's Gaming World. I think it's time to take a deep dive and a step back. Let's see exactly what we've done over the last 50 episodes. And let's answer the question, am I happy? Welcome everyone to Mario's Gaming World. The whole point of Mario's Gaming World, and to an extent this channel, is basically to help people. We help our local community out by giving them a place to play and by providing them cards. We have this channel to give people on the internet ideas, knowledge, and expertise on starting their own business and their own adventure. That's really what the Mario's Gaming World philosophy is all about. Customer service through helping other people. That was the business model mentioned in episode 1. And honestly, everyone's enjoying themselves. Throughout the series, we've covered various topics that I didn't even know everything about when I was starting my business adventures. Little things such as getting inventory, getting constant inventory, actually, corresponding with your clients and your customers, building a good rapport. Challenging yourself, motivating yourself in order to complete a bigger goal, something bigger than yourself. Pushing yourself to be the best person you can, like the DDS Blue Ice Challenge, the $20 challenge. Talking about things like making your own signs, your advertising, how to open a store properly, from start to finish, what are the steps you need to take. We've been to regionals, we've socialized with our fans, we've advertised, we've mentioned that already, but it's definitely true. There's just so much knowledge provided on this channel, this particular series of my journey. Honestly, if I had all this information when I would have started out, I would have been in a much better shape. Poor Gareth. Shout out to Gareth, we do miss you. Oh, and yeah, there was that time that I topped that regionals, that one time. I'm tired. So, I want a mat. I don't even know what these things are. And honestly, for the longest time, everything looked like it was going fine. Sure, my views were declining, but there were a lot of freaking views on my videos. Learning the knowledge in order to complete videos like this really helped me out. And honestly, everything looked fine until... So I got my groceries, but man, when you have to walk to a store and you see on the sign, sorry, we're out of toilet paper and hand sanitizer, I'm still laughing. It is still hilarious. COVID-19, the pandemic. I can't remember exactly how it happened or how it started, but I remember that Dual Overload was the last product that I was able to sell in stores and have people around before I had to adjust and start selling things another way. COVID-19 caused us to close, and honestly, I was a little bit worried at first, but always comfortable because I knew that I had a plan, I knew that I was small, I knew that no matter what I did or how I did it, it would be successful because I had that much confidence in myself, and I set up everything exactly the way it needed to be. Delivering items was the number one key to staying in business. There were a lot of people that thought that messaged me I would go out of business because of COVID-19. They were worried, and a lot of card shops in the States were closing, and it was genuinely a scary thing. Not just card shops, but business in general, and that's when this channel really started to decline in the views. That, and maybe a combination of my video editing, I admit, started to get a little less than satisfactory, maybe. That's my standards anyway. COVID-19 made me an extremely busy individual. Besides that, we kind of shifted more into not just general business practice, but card business practice. What can you do in order to, promote your card business? How can you make money? Especially in times like COVID-19. I thought that that was the right direction to take the channel, but it never really took off because of COVID-19. Unfortunately, there was nothing I could really do about it. I kept making videos, kept trying new things, and the information was getting out there. I still had a loyal base following me, but it was never what it was. There was definitely a glimmer of hope in terms of the YouTube channel and in terms of the overall business itself. The Eternity Code video was the first video on this channel that I really demonstrated, hey, you know what? I have learned a lot in regards to filmmaking, camera working, and overall making a good production. That was a freaking good video. Unfortunately, it didn't get the views that I wanted to, but it was a glimmer of hope. Then we got our DDS Blue Eyes and succeeded our $20 challenge. That was a big step in the right direction. And a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and before you knew it, there was talk that, we were going to be able to reopen again. And we were just waiting and waiting and waiting. Battle of Legends came out, we kind of got screwed on that. We ended up taking another challenge where we were going to try to pull a Shiny Charizard, which eventually we did. And then Rise of the Duelist happened, and then Darkness Ablaze happened for Pokemon, and then that's when the fun started. We were allowed to have tournaments again, albeit not in an open environment and a heavily constricted environment with the proper protocols in place. No more than 10 people, but we were having Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournaments again. It was finally happening. And then even on top of that, we successfully launched our Pokemon community. We started having Pokemon tournaments. That made me really freaking happy as well. We then started to talk about more Yu-Gi-Oh! Related things. I even did a deck profile on my Dogmatic Invoke deck, in the terms of trying to sell it, obviously, which worked, by the way. I did sell all those cards almost. It was unfortunate that during COVID-19 we had to celebrate the 1 year of opening Mario's Gaming World to start with. But you know what? We actually made it through, and it was really exciting. And unfortunately at that time we had to say goodbye to Gareth. We've lost a couple members of the community just to moving and other things. But Gareth is definitely the one we miss the most. Hope you're doing well. On the horizon, though, a word of a new TCG was coming to North America. Something that would be able to revitalize the channel. Sure, we were talking about things like scalping, doing our regular product reviews, and how much money we can make from a certain set. And hell, even things like Maximum Gold. That was a funny set. But really, the Digimon TCG changed everything. How did it change everything? Well, keep listening. By now on the channel, you've seen a whole lot of videos relating to Digimon. That's because that's partially the direction I want to split this channel into. I want to focus on this brand new shiny card game. Why? Because it's a brand new shiny card game. But more than that, it's an opportunity to learn something new, as in the Digimon card game, master it so that I can become an authority figure in the game. I've sold a lot of cards to people already just because I know what I'm talking about. Just because I'm winning locals, building good decks. People can't complain. People can't say boo in our community because I'm winning. I'm the guy. And having that pre-sale really launched things off in a positive way for this business. I gotta say, that was probably the smartest decision of 2020. Forget all the Yu-Gi-Oh! Even though Yu-Gi-Oh! Was how we started things. Digimon is the next step. And while we won't forget about Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Pokemon, because we gotta grow those communities as well, we're going to focus on the Digimon from a market analysis standpoint, from a card selling standpoint, and just from an overall fun content standpoint. So, as you guys kind of saw from the retrospective I put on for this episode, we were successful, right? As successful could be for a part-time hobby / business, right? We really didn't get killed because of COVID. We thrived, we were successful. In 50 episodes, I also felt the benefits of being my own boss. Because I don't know if I would have want to work for anyone during COVID, because we weren't really know what was up in the air happening. That would have been a very unreliable thing. I don't like unreliability. I like things working as I want them to work. So the fact that I was able to, make my own schedules and do things, that was great. That was fine. Let me tell you, it was much, much, much better doing this and doing what else I do instead of working at somewhere like a call center like I used to work at. Thank God I got laid off from the call center, because let me tell you, working at that call center was like playing against Mystic Mine every freaking day. But now we gotta ask ourselves the most important question. Are we happy? Since we opened up, since we started the YouTube series, have I obtained happiness through this venture? Can I wake up in the morning and be happy? Happy that I'm doing this, happy with my life, where it's going. Am I happy? The answer is actually a big no. No, we're not happy. No, can't say I am. It's very important not to confuse happiness with pride. I'm very proud of what this has done in 50 episodes. A lot of people have reached out to me saying, I want to take my thing to the next step. I want to do this. Thanks for your help. I was able to do this because of that. But happiness is a very subjective thing, right? What is happiness? How are you defining happiness? What is happiness to you? I gotta tell you, do I like working 60 plus hours a week on top of doing YouTube content? Not really. I'd rather enjoy my life. But on the opposite end of the spectrum, I know that I can't fully enjoy my life until I'm able to actually do things to enjoy my life. And that requires hard work, sacrifices, money. I am fully aware that with what I'm doing in my life now, including Mario's Gaming World, I am on the path to happiness. I hope that one day I get there. We're just not there right now. That's what it is. Super real talk for a moment. One of the things that I actually enjoy doing in life is going on road trips. And regionals were a really good experience and a good excuse to go on a road trip. And those made me happy. No issues, just an all-around fun time with the boys. And that's really what it was all about. Those were the happiness parts, I'd say, of the last year. We even go that far? That was really, really fun. But because of COVID, all the tournaments were suspended. We're going on a road trip just isn't safe right now, so I'm not even bothering with it. But ideally the goal is to eventually return to like a 40-ish hour week and be making, 6 figures, and then I can just spend my weekends doing whatever I want, and that's the goal. And I do like the direction that things are moving in now, introducing other types of videos to the channel to help supplement things. A lot of you really like the Digimon content, and that makes me super happy because I'm enjoying the game. And, we'll keep doing Digimon content. We've also got some more Yu-Gi-Oh content on the way because you guys came from a Yu-Gi-Oh base originally. And, while I don't like current Yu-Gi-Oh, I don't think anyone really does like current Yu-Gi-Oh. If I'm wrong, let me know. There's a lot to be said about older Yu-Gi-Oh and different formats. That you can have fun with Yu-Gi-Oh, and that's what we're trying to do as well. So there's going to be a little bit of Yu-Gi-Oh here and there, lots of Digimon, still doing this. Ultimately, the goal is to enjoy life, be your own boss, be happy, and that's it. And that's what this channel is still all about. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you watched it all the way to the end, definitely much appreciated. And I look forward to building this with everyone here and everyone on the internet as well. With that said, you guys have yourself a great week, and take care.